Hello and welcome to the DFS underscore PhD show for today, the 19th of April. Remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. And we almost took down the mini max. What was it? Yesterday? Yeah, I didn't put out a video, but we talked about it in the Discord anyway. So since the last 2 days were MLB videos, I figured we'd show an MLB screenshot that almost was the 1,000, but then the last ninth run in a game. Always love that. Love baseball. Whatever, it's fine. I'm just gonna keep 150 maxing it until I win the free month because that happens all the time. I just did my taxes and found out last year I paid for 3 months, and it's really 2 and a partial month of SaberSim. So it's a good software. It does get you to the winner's circle pretty fast. Okay, so for today's slate, I didn't. I'll talk a little bit about the showdown at the end, but that's why I opened the screen. Why is it not? Just log in. What's going on? I just want to open up and keep the showdown window open. Is that, yeah, just so I remember to do it. All slates, showdown, Sacramento, and New Orleans. Okay. Now, back to the other screen. So for this slate, it's all about the ambiguity, right? Whenever you have a situation where people are a little overconfident in one thing or another, you want to lean into that ambiguity. And today, let's see what the current ownership is here. We've got a few that, this is nuts, right? Have they updated? Okay, they haven't updated it yet. I haven't confirmed with other sites that this is the case. But I'm seeing here on SaberSim, Larry Nance is 3% owned in this game. What are you doing? Like, what? What? I know he's $4,800, but like, there's a decent chance he plays 28 minutes in this game. Like, I don't know, guys. I don't know what we're doing here if we got Larry Nance at 3%. But beyond, I mean, we have other value. I'll give you that. He's not a mega owned play. I am capping this rant at like 6x on your 3 times, 3%. He's not a great play. He's just not nothing. Like he's definitely an option today. So everybody's going to Valanciunas. I'm just matching the field. I don't feel that move. They just like all season long. All season long, every time it's been time for them to give Valanciunas minutes, they have not. They do not. When Zion's been out before, I went and looked up the court IQ, posted it in the Discord. Let's go look at that. So Zion's out. How does it look? Well, yeah, JoVal's got the best points per minute, but look at these minutes. This is not good. 27.5 minutes. That's not enough. These are full games without Zion, and he's not even getting full center shift. He's not getting extended. He's not getting the regular shift. They're going to do, like, in my mind, what I expect to happen is the regular shift where they go 28-28 and Nance starts and closes the second half. That's what I would expect would be their default. That's what they've done in every important game this year down the stretch. Why would they not do that now? I don't understand what people are expecting today with JoVal. He's way more popular than, yeah, he's 50% owned. Okay, he's a fine play. I mean, okay, maybe I make it 55, 50, whatever. So I'm, matching the field, but I'm not, whatever. It's a chance, there's a decent chance I know exactly how this fails, right? And whenever I know exactly how something fails, I can't make it a core play. It fails because the coaches don't like him and they haven't played him all year. All right, so who do coaches like? Where is their value? Number one, Trey Murphy. Trey Murphy, Trey Murphy, Trey Murphy. The minutes he gets, who knows? I think he's going to get at least 36. I think we're projecting him here for 38. Anyway, in 38 minutes without Zion, what do we expect from Trey Murphy? Well, we expect more than 41 points. We expect 43 points. This is not even enough. I mean, okay, Trey Murphy's play of the day. I mean, just like if he doesn't get there, sorry. I mean, like, you did what you were supposed to. It's not like Zion because, or sorry, not Zion, JV. JV is a questionable play because the coach might limit him. Coach has no options. I mean, Ingram can't play minutes. Trey Murphy's got to jack up shots. If he doesn't hit them, sorry, keep jacking up shots, man. I mean, that's like what they got to do today. And that's what they've done even when Zion's been off the court and Ingram's been in. Trey Murphy's gotten so much more usage. Anyway, Trey Murphy's a mega, mega value today when you combine the minutes from SaberSim with the usage we expect. Same thing with Keegan Murray. I mean, let me check Keegan Murray on that other sheet. I think he's too low. Keegan Murray in 38 minutes, or actually, I guess this is 36. But Keegan Murray in 36 minutes, 33 points. So in 39 minutes, yeah, 36. So that's how we've gotten to these alternate projections for people. They're just a little higher because we're expecting the usage of the playoffs. And so, okay, I've got rules. Let me tell you the rules. It's the playoffs. We got to have rules. So currently I've got max 2 Miami wings. People I'm counting as wings. Jovic, Jaquez, Highsmith, and Robinson. And then we have a situation where, so max 2 of those because that worked pretty well last game. Then, because 2 of those guys got extended, and I'm still not sure it's going to be the same 2. Then I have a switch for JV and Nance. I only want one of them. I don't think they can both get there at the same time. And then I'm debating what to do with Sacramento because I still don't think we have to have a rule. I think all of these guys can smash. They just don't play that many people. Let's have a look at the where is the goodness? Yeah. Sacramento. They just don't have that many people. Like, who else are they going to play? Sabonis and Fox obviously have to be extended and at the top. And then Keegan Murray, Harrison Barnes, Keon Ellis, Trey Lyles, they all have to play. I mean, Davion Mitchell's the one guy who doesn't really have to play. But even if, I mean, he has to play a little bit. Alex Len doesn't really have to play. Like, he could play 48 minutes of Sabonis, and I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know if you'd be surprised. All right. It is surprising. I think New Orleans is now technically the favorite in this game, which is confusing. I don't really get that. I do not agree with that, so I will not be moving the line that way. What else we got here? Oh, right. So the Miami Wings, like, I'm gonna get to a smidge of Highsmith. I'm gonna get to a smidge of, yeah, just like all of those guys. Jovic 3%, Highsmith 4%. What? I mean, like, I watched that game. Highsmith did well last game, right? Like, I'm not just like, I know he won me a lot of money in the past, but let's go to Highsmith stats. Hey, Cooper touchdown. You know, I'm always watching The Sims. Highsmith stats. Hey, we're actually getting the right Highsmith now when we type Highsmith stats. I used to have to clarify. 24 minutes. I mean, I guess he didn't make a lot of points. 5 points, a lot of fouls. Right. He got in foul trouble and got limited. So he was going to play an extra 2 or 3 minutes in that first half until he got in foul trouble. He's played, what, 24, 26, 24. I would expect like this. When these were clutch games, 30 minutes of Haywood Highsmith, 12 points. I mean, obviously 4 steals, 5 steals, whatever. My point is the kid can go for almost a triple-double in these situations where he gets extended to 30 minutes, and he's going to be in that situation tonight. I don't get it. I just don't get it at all. What's happening with Highsmith here? Obviously, you know, let me make sure it's clear. I am biased. Haywood Highsmith has won me enough money that I can call myself a professional gambler for some time now. And I I just think it's a great play today too. I don't understand how he's low owned. I don't understand. Let's do the same thing with Jovic. Like if we go Jovic, this is the guy who I think probably sees the most uptick in minutes with Jimmy out. Is that great for the team? Probably not. But I mean, also they have Caleb Martin, right? Caleb Martin's in the mix. I don't know, but they trust this guy. They've shown him 30 plus minutes. Cleveland, Golden State, like they do extend this guy down the stretch, and I don't know. So that's why I have my rule with the wings, such as they are, and why I have all of those wings adjusted. Every single wing there. Jaquez, Martin, Jovic, Highsmith. You know what? I need to make it a Martin Delon Wright. That's what it is. It's a Martin Delon Wright rule as well. So let me add that now that I'm thinking clearly. Uh, Max 1, Delon. No, it's because I don't know if Duncan's going to play either. So Max 2 out of 3. Duncan, Caleb, and who's that last guy? Right, the guy that I think will play that nobody else agrees with, Delon Wright. Right now, most people projecting Delon to not be in the rotation. So Max 2 out of 3, Duncan, Caleb, Delon. I really liked his defensive intensity. Did not expect that. Did not remember that. I think Delon Wright has really upped his game. That was impressive. No more than 2 from Delon Wright, Caleb Martin, and Duncan Robinson. So then we have 2 of those guys. We have 2 of the wings, and we have Bam. And that's the 5 who will be closing the game. I think that's a fair way to do it. Now I need to, for Duncan and Caleb and Delon, make sure they're all at their smash case. Delon's smash case is a little higher. Duncan's smash case is also there. Kevin Love just does not have a smash case. I just cannot see what we're doing here with playing Kevin Love for salary relief. Even I don't want it. 20% Kevin Love. What did he play last game? Was he even out there? It's possible Kevin Love DNPs tonight. Yeah, 17. Look at this. He DNP'd the second to last game. He's almost DNPing against the Hawks, the Pacers. Hawks and the Pacers, teams with big men, right? Hawks have big men out there. So if I were to comp a team, I'd be a little bit worried that they're not going to put Kevin Love on the court tonight at all. I'm just going to full fade that. He's not that good of, I mean, he's a fine value, I guess. So I'll not full fade. I'll make it a half fade still, but I don't see what you guys see there. I don't get it. Oh, that's 100%. Let's go to 10%. Kevin Love. Okay. So the rest of this team's fine. Herro, what are we doing? Like, we got to make sure. Oh, I didn't do my Jimmy out adjustments. These are all just minutes adjustments? Wow. Okay, well, bear with me, guys. I thought I had done my Jimmy out look, but I did not do my Jimmy out look. So we go to Miami. We look Jimmy out. I know, yeah, probably enjoy it. There are probably some of you who do enjoy it when I do this because it's a little bit more active. You get to see it behind the curtains. Also, it can help you for when something happens late. Granted, that's more for earlier in the season. That's not really for now. So Jimmy Butler out. Full games. Kevin Love is smashing. Well, good. That helps us. We were looking for Herro. 40 points in 36 minutes. I'm assuming we're giving him 38 to 40. 40. So 4 on top of 40. So he should be at 44 minimum, 44.3 minimum. Okay. So we're going to get to more Herro. Obviously, that's a mistake. Okay. So getting to a lot of these guys, I'm going to rerun it with the new rule. All right, let's see what that does. And while I'm rerunning it with the new rule, I will tell you about some of my other reads of value. Sacramento, I guess, or Chicago. Okay, so for Chicago, Kobe was incredible. I just don't know. I don't think he can do that against this team, right? Like, everybody saw it. Like, if you're doing something in practice as Miami, there's one thing you're doing in practice, and it's stopping that Kobe White drive, right? Like, that was incredible. He took over that entire game with one play. He did it 27 times. They couldn't stop it. It was incredible. But I get the feeling that Miami, I mean, number one, Miami has a rim protector. You can't really do the same thing against them with Bam down there. Number two, I think Miami's defense is better. Like, they're rated better. And just think about the guys. You're going against what? Caleb Martin, freaking dog. You got okay, Duncan Robinson, not a dog. If you can get a switch on Duncan, that's the thing. They might DNP Duncan Robinson just because he can't play defense again. Like, that's the thing. Like, I was upset that they said he had a minutes limit and then he didn't play. But I mean, he didn't play a lot this season because he's bad at defense, and like in the past seasons and stuff. And so it's possible that just worried about him getting cooked by Kobe somehow in a switch situation, you couldn't have him out there. And you got to play Jaquez. You got to play like Highsmith. So I think I'm going to lean in that direction. Yeah. No Kobe's fine with me because I think they're going to game plan, and I think 20% is just too high. He's great. I love Kobe, UNC pride, but I'm not there on him on this particular slate. I'm not at 45% Duncan Robinson. Come on, guys. You got to hit shots, 15% chance. Let's make sure we get to at least 10% Haywood Highsmith after all this yammering about Haywood Highsmith potentially getting lots of minutes. I want to make sure I've appropriately weighed that case. I want him at 20. I like the case of Haywood Highsmith tonight. I do not think those minutes are appropriate. What are we even giving him minutes-wise? Haywood Highsmith being given 25 minutes. What was he given in real games? So we go court IQ, full games, Jimmy Butler out. Minutes. That's more than 20. That's almost 30. Yeah, he's getting 25 minutes a game. And that was before it was playoffs time. And that was there's one of these, Richardson was available. So now Richardson's out. And Rozier's out. I didn't even put Rozier out. I mean, like, what in the world? These guys need to be projected way, way higher. Miami guys are the guys, right? I mean, yeah. So can't get off Love. If he gets minutes, he's going to absolutely smash the ceiling. The minutes I was looking for, Highsmith, over 25 minutes. This is 26 minutes. So, yeah, that's a lot of minutes for a guy like that. That's more than 30 for Duncan Robinson. More than 30 for Duncan Robinson in complete games with these guys missing. So you got to have these guys. I mean, like you just got to have a fair amount of interest. I'll have 25% Duncan Robinson, even though he might DNP. I know that, but you got to be over the field on him. He's a great play if he plays. Um, yeah, that's about all I got for the slate. Let's have a look at where my leverage is at now that I've finished the yammering. I've run all my rules that I've talked about. Tyler Herro, Jaquez, Trey Murphy, Bam, Larry Nance, Duncan Robinson, Haywood Highsmith. Are you surprised that these are the names that I have the highest leverage? What are my biggest fades? My biggest fades, Domantas Sabonis, slightly. Trey Lyles, yes. Haven't talked about that enough. It's definitely on purpose. I don't I don't think Trey Lyles has a big ceiling on this slate. He could play, but could play is not enough. Like we have guys left and right getting extended. Harrison Barnes, Keegan Murray, Trey Murphy, maybe JoVal, maybe Nance, maybe like these are guys with reasons to play them today. Trey Lyles is just kind of cheap. You know what I mean? Like that's fine, but that's just fine. You need guys who are like could break the slate today. And we got a lot of those guys. I can't give up very much of those guys for Trey Lyles type guys today. Like I can't get there on 40% Trey Lyles. DeRozan again has to hit shots. They're not high percentage shots. I don't have to have DeRozan on a slate where we have other things available, such as Tyler Herro, fine with being massively overweight. 80% is kind of a lot for a guy who still does have to have some production. So let's say what, 60%? Because I mean he just gets such a usage bump. 65%, like a core piece, but not like a massive core. So our massive core, Trey Murphy, yes. Massive core, Keegan Murray, yes. Harrison Barnes, yes. All right. Then we get into more pieces. That's a lot of Alvarado. I think for a guy who has to come off the bench and hit shots, he did well last game, but that's a lot of Alvarado. There's no specific reason. Just another one with like Lyles. He's going to come off the bench. He's going to get good minutes. He's a decent value. Fine. If I've got to relax the Lyles condition to make everything fit, is that the reason that you guys have so much Lyles? I guess it is. Yeah, that's fine. I don't like. You can see I've adjusted it up. He's fine. There's a chance he gets there. So I'm acknowledging that he is too cheap. So it's okay to play 40% Lyles. I don't think should go overweight Lyles. But as a last man in, I can't talk you off of him. He's not that bad. I mean, he's way better than Alvarado. He's way better than like similar price dudes. So, and I mean, like he's way cheaper than Highsmith. So like Highsmith, I shouldn't even be getting the 20% really at that price. But I think that's what it is. Like today, if the only thing keeping you off a guy's price, that might be okay. You can get away with a guy who's going to be like Haywood Highsmith. Normal slates, if he's 4.6 and he gets you 30, that's not enough to win. Tonight, if he gets you 30, there's not that many guys getting you 30 plus tonight, right? Like there's just like 15 total guys, right? So that's the upside you got to look for. On like end of the season, you wanted guys to get 40, you wanted them to hit 7x value for sure. Not anymore, really. You need guys to hit 5x for sure, 6x in the realm, 7x. If it's there, great. We got a few of them where it's there. Slam those guys. But there's not that many guys. There's like 3 of them. So slam those guys. Delon Wright, I'm not sure. Like that's me being a little bit. I don't know what's going to go on in that rotation. He's still pretty cheap. That's why we got to slam him just in case it's that day. It might be DNP day for one of these guys, but also that's a lot. That's a lot of minutes and usage gone from those teams. Fun slate today, guys. And remember, oh right, remember that I opened up the showdown. So let me talk about the showdown for just a second. Okay, yes, there's rules over here that I don't know why SaberSim does this. Why is the default to keep up all of these weird old ones? It's fine if you just wanted to not have them, okay? You don't have to have like 1,000 of these auto-clicked every time I come to do whatever. I'll chill out. Build settings, optim 5,000. I'm gonna run this because I am actually gonna run this later. Take out the worst dupes by leaving a little bit on the table. Let's just leave a little bit more. I don't think it matters that much. Then we go over here. We change the projections around the way we like them. Oh, good. I'm sure I don't have the right dimensions for the screen anymore now that I've moved it around. My apologies if that's messing up anybody's viewing experience. Okay, now these guys are all fine. Now let me look at the utility spot. I still don't really want those guys, but they're not rule outable. Now let me look at Joe. Let me just get all these guys where I had them on the other screen. 34. Probably had CJ at like 44. No, I got CJ at 48 relative to the other guys in this game. Ingram, I don't think I can raise him. Keegan at like 40. Trey Murphy at like 40. Harrison Barnes, 30. Keon Ellis, 30. Larry Nance, 24, but we have to add the rule. Alvarado, fine. Trey Lyles, 22. And then, okay, the rest of these guys don't want to play them, don't really want to play them, don't really want to play them. That's how Len is so cheap. And if you wanted to, I think Len is so cheap, he counts as the taking a zero option for the day. So that's what I'm going to count him as. Okay, now I wanted to add the rule. Go over here and make sure I do one of Nance and JV, which I think I have the rule here. JoVal foul trouble. And I think just to make sure that the backup is, nope, Cody Zeller. So now I need to add Larry Nance. No more than one player. Oh, and I need to go captain Larry Nance as well. Because when it's a showdown, the rule is a little bit more complicated. Okay, now build lineups. Let's see where we go. Best value on the showdown slate, Harrison Barnes, followed by JoVal if you buy that sort of thing. Now I need to limit it. I think maybe what 20% chance JoVal does that. And then in the case that JoVal doesn't smash, I don't think I want him in the pool at all. Like I want him captain JoVal, but I don't think I want utility JoVal at all. So I think I'm going to unclick utility JoVal just because I don't see he's either going to smash or he's going to kill you. There's not an in-between for him tonight. So if he smashes, he should be captain. If he kills you, he should be the other one. Let's see. Yeah. So kind of the opposite with Trey Lyles. I don't really know if I want him to be a captain, but he's a fine filler last man in because he's just not going to get there with the raw points. Raw points, I'm sure that I'm going to get to the most of these guys. Up at the top, you should too. Probably a piece of Trey Murphy, a piece of Keegan, and then we'll get cute for the rest of the lineups probably. So I'll let you know how this pans out in the Discord. This is taking too long. I don't really want to wait here while it happens. Let's see. Anybody else? Any comments from the Discord? No comments at this time. Yeah, if you have a stand, if your gut's one way or another on the JoVal situation, fine, go with it. I've seen this too much this season, and their backups, like it's not like Sacramento has a big backup that's going to come in. Like it's a tiny guys that like it's a perfect matchup for Nance. And the backup, even if you think that Nance versus Sabonis is too big, I think that's a pretty decent matchup, especially given the way that I think Sabonis is better at the top of the key, facing down, where Nance is a better defender. JoVal like backing somebody down in the post. Okay, fine. Yeah, yes. So JoVal would be better at stopping Sabonis in that circumstance. That's just not what Sabonis is best at. You know what I mean? So I think Sabonis is going to be working a little differently. Anyway, that's my no ball attempt of the day. Oh, okay. Oh, right. This is still classic, and we're still building Showdown. Maybe I'll just exit out, get a taste of what the samples are. Yeah, I think I've said all I want to say on Showdown even. Like, I'm not even going to tell you the like final, distribution. You can figure it out yourself. It's not that tough. I think besides this, I don't want to play Herbert Jones almost at all in any circumstance today. He's just such a painful roster. And I mean, like, where is he? It's somebody that I really do need to consider, isn't he? No, he just never puts up points in this circumstance. Like, you need him to. And then he's out there. He's definitely out there for 30 minutes, 32 points. I mean, like, I'm uncomfortable with Herbert Jones as a player, but I can't rule out him. He should have 30. He should be projected for 30 in the circumstance. When we're changing every single projection for every single guy on New Orleans, we can't just leave out, 28 is what I put on here. So I think 28 is probably fine. Let me go back and put that at 28 for the showdown. He shouldn't be all the way down there at nothing land, but he doesn't need to be at 30. Yeah, he's a little bit worse than these other guys. Okay. And let me make sure that I have Ellis appropriately boosted. Yeah, I don't quite have him up high enough, I think. I think Ellis is like a 30 kind of player. He's better than Harrison Barnes, point per minute. Oh, he's getting less minutes. Okay. All right. I'll just make him exactly Harrison Barnes. How about that? I think Harrison Barnes and Ellis having the exact same. Yeah, whether it be 30 or 27.5. Let's make it 30 for both of them because I want more, not less of both of them. Hey, Koopa Loop. Okay. Now, let me see if we got these lineups. Let's have a look. I assume there will not be any surprises. Let's see. Let SaberSim have a little bit of a discussion. On our Council of Dudes, SaberSim says Trey Murphy, then Keegan, then Jonas, why do we even have to talk about it? That's exactly what I just said. Sabonis, McCollum, Harrison Barnes. Are you surprised that these guys? I'm surprised we have so little De'Aaron Fox. But of the guys who could not smash, he's kind of the guy I think might not smash the most. So I get it. He has to hit shots. There's not a clear route for him there. So yeah, I think I'll say at this point you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. Might as well be yes.